Well, hello. My name is Daddy-O, and I do some Ubering and a little bit of YouTube from time to time, and I've gotten some comments off the video I did yesterday. So we're going to comment on the comments, and you need to hang on for this, okay? If you've had problems in the past with rowdy, rude, drunk riders, hang on today. I'm going to tell you how to handle those situations. Daddy-O has handled some wild ones before, okay? And I'm gonna express some of how you handle if you're having problems with drunk, rowdy, rude riders. I'm gonna tell you how to handle those guys today, okay? It's a simple fix, all right? So let's talk about this. Now, I'm also going to address another conversation or comment I had from someone else. I did something yesterday on the video talking about talking to your riders, how important it is. I got a comment from a rider about how important it is. All right, so we're going to address some of those today. So if you would comment, I want to ask for this comment from you guys. If you're new here and you're thinking about doing Uber, say maybe. If you're doing Uber, say yes. If you're not doing Uber, if you're not an Uber driver, just say no. It lets me know what I need to be conversating on about here. And yesterday when I asked for that, I got some great answers. Yeses and nos and maybes. It lets me know what I need to be talking about on here, okay? So it does help. Also, you can do the thumbs up. That's a biggie. The bell, biggie. Subscribe. Buy Daddy-O a cup of coffee if you like. If you ever get anything off of this channel. All right, so we got that out of the way. Here we go. Now the comment that come in yesterday or this morning, I didn't see it till I woke up this morning and saw, was reviewing the video from yesterday on the comments that I'd gotten, and I'd gotten quite a few. The one that really started this thing off was, Daddy-O, we need a video on how to handle rowdy, rude, drunk riders. Thank you for all the videos. All right, so I'm glad I'm helping a little bit here. All right, so here we go. There's one simple way when you get, now I'm gonna tell you about a limo experience. I used to do limos, if you don't know. I've drove everything you can drive doing people. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about that story too. But here we go. The easiest way, when you pull up and you see you're picking up the drunk people, and they are drunk, and one of them's having a hard time getting to the vehicle or anything like that, the best thing you can do is lock your doors, cancel the run. Don't even get involved in it. Let it go, all right? Now, if they're not that drunk, they've just been having fun and they're a little loud and a little boisterous, have fun with them, all right? You'll be surprised when they're not staggering, falling down drunk, they're going to probably give you a good tip, all right? I've had, those people are the ones that usually get out, and I've told it before, they'll just start doing 20s. I've had that happen before, a couple of times, in fact. Or they're the ones that'll get out, and they're so happy to be home or wherever you got them to, they'll hand you a 50, they'll hand you a 20. It happens. Drunk people you can handle if they're not that bad, but if they're staggering down, you see them kind of coming to the vehicle, and they're not hanging in there that well, cancel the frickin' run. All right, I've had people throw up in my vehicles. I've had people stick their head out and throw up on the outside of my vehicles. I've had it all. Now, one night, Daddy-O, when he was doing some limousine work, he had a group. He'd taken them out. He'd come back to pick them up. He'd actually hung around, didn't know when they were going to leave the bar, and they stayed and they stayed and they stayed. When they come out, they got in the vehicle, and they commenced to tearing the limo up. What did I do? I pulled over the side of the road. I called the office. I told them what was going on, and they sent out a deputy, and we asked those people to get out of the vehicle. There are ways to handle things. You don't have to get personally involved. You just call the office or call whoever. That's how I handle that situation. In an Uber, you have to make your own decisions on what you're going to do. And the best thing to do is cut and run. All right? If you got the opportunity to say, hell with this, we'll drive off, cancel the run, just let it go. All right? It's just the best way. Because if you've gotten rude people, if you see that they're being rude from the get-go, go ahead and cancel. Pull over, tell them to get the hell out of your vehicle. Period. Don't even put up with rude. They're going to give you a bad rating anyway. Chances are. All right. I don't handle that kind of stuff. I don't put myself in my situation. I don't put myself in those spots. All right. I just don't go out and work that crowd late at night. Daddy-O goes out. He gets his money in the morning. He does his videos in the midday if he's going to do any. The afternoon it picks back up. He goes back out and he works again until it's time to go home. All right. Till he wants to go home. All right. I don't stay out and do those crowds. Now Daddy-O has owned in his history several taxi operations, all right? 2, in fact. And I've had to go and rescue drivers that were in this spot late at night that had someone that throwed up in the vehicle, that drove off, that just got out of the vehicle and just started walking away without paying. So you'll have these kind of people if you stay out there. I've made the comment before in several of the videos. I had a fight one night break out in the vehicle. I did a video on that, all right? Don't work late night unless you have to, all right? If that's when the trouble is out. If you're working, I've always said after 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, nothing good's going to happen unless there's someone you know. It's usually not going to happen that well. Make your money before that. Let the guys that have to go out and work it, let them go out and handle the bars. If you don't have to work the bars, don't work them. Don't. They're not always worth it. Yes, you can make, if it's early enough, they're getting out, 9, 10 o'clock, and you're picking up people at the bars. They're usually okay unless they've been there all afternoon. Now, I get that. I'm in a beach community. These guys around here will start drinking at, 10 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock in the morning, all right? It happens around here. By the afternoon, by the early evening, before it's ever dark, some of these people are already, you ain't going to anyway. Don't worry about the drunks and the rude people. Rude people, just go ahead and kick them out and go ahead and get rid of them because they're going to give you a bad star rating. Anyway, go ahead, cancel a run, do whatever you got to do. 1-star them, send them down the road, go get your next run. Don't worry about them, all right? That's how you handle that. Drunks we've handled, rude and rowdy people. Now, rowdy people are okay. As long as they're not tearing up your vehicle. Rowdy people they're having fun. Go ahead and have fun with them. All right, if people that are in that frame of mind, just laugh with them. They're doing stuff laugh with them, humor them. Because why? You're working for that $20, that $50 tip on the end of it. I've told you about this stuff, all right? But if they're falling down, staggering drunk, I stopped here, this was a year ago. I picked up some people from one of the bars in the afternoon. The lady gets in, the guy gets in, and I can tell he's having problems just sitting up. I drove about a quarter of a mile, was watching him, and he started doing this kind of stuff like he was having. The ride was going to take them about 7-8 miles. I instantly pulled over the side of the road, said, "Ma'am, we're not going any further. This is it. You're going to have to get this guy out of the vehicle now." As soon as he got out of the vehicle and took 2 steps, he began to puke. All right? You kind of get an eye of these kind of things. It happens, all right? So the drunks are the ones you really have to watch out, and they can mess up a vehicle. I've had it happen. If someone throws up in a vehicle in the past, I haven't had it in my Ubers in a long time. If someone threw up in a vehicle on this place where I work at, it's a $300 fine. And the cops are going to make you pay that $300 fine, period. All right? I have chased people down after that $300 too, and the cops have backed me up on it. All right? So it happens. Anyway, that's the drunk part, the rowdy part, the rude part. All right? Now, the other comment I got on here was from someone telling me they actually were a rider, and it was on the talking part I mentioned in the video yesterday. All right? The talking part is so important to put you on a level playing ground with the passengers you've picked up. You conversate, get them into a conversation with you. They're going to feel that you're friendly. They're going to be friendly back usually. And that's when you start making tips. The talking part is so important. But there are language issues, all right? I've heard this from so many other people that I pick up about the drivers not being able to speak English very well. That's the comment I got from this person here. He is correct. Let me just read it to you. He is correct. I had to Uber for 2 weeks back and forth from work. Most of the drivers did not speak English. That was a large turnoff for me. I love talking to people. So here's a rider talking about the drivers that she's picking, that have been picking her up for those 2 weeks, did not speak English. Drivers, there are translators you can get online that will help you with this. If you do not speak English very well, all right, or you're picking up passengers that don't speak very well, I use Google Translate on my phone if I run into a situation where I'm needing to talk to someone about something, I'll use just Google Translate. But in my area, I don't run across that a lot. If you're working in towns where there are a lot of different languages spoke, or you're picking up riders that speak differently, if you have that, I've done it with people before, just with my Google Translator. Try to tell them something and couldn't get them to understand, and just put it in the Google Translator and it say it for me. And the person, they key up on that you're making an effort to conversate with them in some way or form, some form or another. It works. All right. So you may want to look into getting you one of those little pocket translators, see how they work for you. If you get one and you use it, let me know how you're doing with it. All right. I don't need it, but I have thought about it before, and I'd like everyone else to know, if you're using one of those little translators machines, the little things you can buy, leave a comment. Let us know if it's working for you, how well it's doing, how reliable it is. Give us some information. I would love to know myself. So please leave the comments. And like I said before, if you're an Uber driver, just say yes in the comments. If you're not an Uber driver, just say no. If you're thinking about it, just say maybe. All right, that lets me know what I need to be talking about on here, because we're getting so many new subscribers. I just want to make sure that we're all on the same kind of page, and I'm putting out information that you guys are wanting to get. But anyway, those are the things. If you get rude, drunk people, I've told you how to handle it now. If they're you see them coming to the vehicle and they're already a little bit too far where you don't want to even think about handling them, go ahead and just cancel the run. Cancel it. I've told you, don't worry about your acceptance rates. It does not matter. One more time. All right. If there's anything that you want a video on, leave a comment. I'll try my best to do a video and keep you guys on the right track here. Let's make some money this year. That's what it's all about out here with Uber anyway. But just don't worry about the drunk. The rowdy people can be fun. You can have fun with them. Turn up the music a little bit. Let them party on the way back where they're going. As long as they're not tearing up your vehicle, just go from point A to point B. Get them there quick. Have fun with them. See if you don't get a tip, all right? Talk to them while they're having fun. Get in their conversations with them, all right? You'll be surprised what it'll do for you. Daddy-O's been doing this a hell of a long time. Anyway, Daddy-O's going to let you go. This quick video is going to be done on these comments. Comment. That lets me know what I got to talk about. Anyway, you guys have a good afternoon, good evening. We'll talk to you maybe tomorrow. Daddy-O out.